Hey, look! There! Mimi, look! It's water! There's an oasis!
Water?
Yeah, water!
Water!
Come
Yes,
on,
Mio,
let's
we
go.
will get some water.
Yeah.
There really isn't much to go over this time for touching stuff in the Xenoblade series. In fact, I sat down and recorded the entire video in one sitting, save for X because that is the only one not on the Switch. This is Orpheolus, and today we will see how long it takes to touch water in every Xenoblade game. Normal start time, time ends when touching water, preferably a puddle or lake or ocean or whatever. With that out of the way, let's get started. Xenoblade 1 is a pretty quick introduction. Well, it would have been faster, but today for whatever reason the prologue Mechon decided to not play nice. But when has the ever been nice to speedrunners anyways? After we bash the local wildlife, we make our way to Colony 9, which happens to be surrounded entirely by water. Get an introduction cutscene, break our legs, and touch our first water.
Water!
Xenoblade Future Connected is next, and I cannot wait for a grand adventure across the Biona shoulder. If this is anything like last time, we'll have to journey across the entirety of the shoulder going very far and oh. Well, that was too fast.
Water!
Hopping over to the Wii U, Xenoblade X is another very quick one. If you look at the world map of Xenoblade X, it is very easy to see why. To be honest, I spent more time on the character creator than actually doing the run. Well, I try to make Mio from memory from Xenoblade X's limited character creator, but then again, I don't really have much of a memory. We give ourselves a run-appropriate name, fight a Blant, and have Xenoblade 3 optimization on the mind, and touch some water.
Water!
Xenoblade 2 is going to be a contentious one. You could argue that the cloud scene in the introduction to Xenoblade 2 could be seen as water. Heck, it is raining on the title screen, so we touched water before even the run started. But I want tangible water, not cloud stuff, not rain stuff. Who knows what that stuff is touched. As for this, we have to put in our work. We start Xenoblade 2 as always, get money from Bana donated away, get some good chests from the diving, get paid for real using our real life credit card, which really didn't need to happen given how short the run will be, but meh. After talking on the ship, we do a mini boss fight and discover the ship has so many holes, no wonder it sank. After fighting an Aligo, something you can't say for the rest of the runs today, we arrive on the massive hill devoid of water. I wonder if that's going to bite them in the bum. We have a bad time as always with Malos, we wake on Gormott, and touch some genuine water.
Water!
Turning back the clock 500 years to Torrent of the Golden Country, this one will be a much shorter run than touching Goliante. We fight off the local wildlife, hop around in the forest, and be aggroed by a quadwing. Seriously, this thing would not stop chasing me, and arrive in a burnt down village. A nice prime spot to do some water touching.
Water!
Next on the list is Xenoblade 3, and while I would say this would be a fast one, turns out it is another slow one because Xenoblade 3's tutorials are terrible. Well, we started around swinging our swords for a minute, then do it again, but draw our weapons this time. Then we throw in a few attacks, and take down a boss, but barely missed out on a good overclock buster on days, but oh well. After a few more cutscenes, we head across Everblight Plains and touch some water without the presence of Mio. Don't tell her.
Water!
And finally on our list of Xenoblade games is Future Redeemed. Surprisingly, water is further away from the start than Rockbart, but not by very much. We start out the run by punching an origin enemy that never comes back for the rest of the game, fight some wolves, do some slightly better tutorials but not by much, avoid the cave leading to Rotbart, climb some vines, skip a cutscene, and touch some water. Well, it's better than nothing.
Water!
And that is every water touched and all the times. It went by way faster than I thought, but it goes to show that water tends to show up very early in Xenoblade games. Any other ideas what I should touch? Leave them down below. I have some ideas, and they are a bit meatier. Otherwise, see you all in the next one.